teeth are ready when we set it off. If they sleeping on me, I'ma wake them up. They fakers. I really do. I'm caking up, the rent is due. Plus I got my mama and my kiddies too. They growing up. Time is moving faster. What we wasting for? No holding back. Got a lot to prove. I owe you that we all we got. I go out for all I got is.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses need to find a way to make crucial stops as each offense comes in ranked in the top 10 and converting on third down. It's the Chargers going up against the Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. First carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And Hilton, the man in motion. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Room here to run. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders Raiders have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
To throw is Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And the Raiders pick it up. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Manuel. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So 20 yards to go here on first down. Following the penalty, Lynch. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Manuel. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Fry. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
The Chargers getting set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start the drive with Lynch. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So it'll be first down here after the run. He'll drop to throw. And Cook has it left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the pistol, they run with Lynch. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, that's Mack. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at its 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run with Mack. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Chargers. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. His throw here's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they don't force another incompletion.
Now Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Getting it to their playmaker, Cordero Patterson. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Here's a give to Lynch. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Stafford. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Stafford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action here on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, it's Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Again, it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
All right, here we go. Back down in that Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
The final shot before break. Fry forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense, because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing him the football.
They'll run again with Lynch. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd down following the run. Looking to throw. Fry. And complete. Right side to Cook. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers, because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
To throw on 2nd down. Fry. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Fry. 20. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Back to the ground, Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Here's Matt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Back to throw. Fry. And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got some space. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They try again with Cohen. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Fry. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And a juke this time. Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Gordon on 1st down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Henry's got it. Out on the left side. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go. Green.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fly. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run for it with Lynch. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they send the tight end in motion left. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to spin free. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Stafford on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the the toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. T.Y. Hilton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down, here's Stafford, and the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now it's Stafford. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Raiders, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.